Alright, we're tackling the 10th stage of the version 1.5 Memory of Chaos. Running this through with Susheng, Gwenfen, Yukon, and Natasha for Team 1, then Chinchua, Tingyun, Pella, and Lynx for Team 2. If you wanted to do alterations, there's not a lot of 4 stars I'd replace units out for. You could, of course, throw Asta into one of the teams. She's a really good support. Or 7th is a pretty good sustain as well. If you have her well invested, she could easily replace a Lynx or a Natasha. For the first fight, I would not switch out Luca for Gwenfen. Gwenfen's just really good since she kind of has a permanent damage taken up debuff and does more or less equivalent damage over time. If you wanted 5 stars, it's really easy. Imbiber can replace Susheng because he's the strongest imaginary DPS. Jingliu or Zela could easily replace Chinchua just because they're more consistent and have less gambling mechanics. If you want to replace supports, there's the obvious Silverwolves, Bronyas, and then any 5-star sustained can replace any 4-star sustain really easily, just because they're really powerful. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start this out with a Gwenfen technique. This can get us some initial stacks of Fire Kiss. Oh, 2 landed on the boss, that's pretty nice. Now we'll just focus on the boss. Lower his toughness bar. Okay, the kill all order was put on Natasha, that is very nice. Since we're going to be regenerating a lot of energy due to Natasha getting smacked, we can use her all right now. And then we just focus on the boss. We'll use Gwenfen's ult here to get another stack of Fire Kiss. Now we'll break Hero Susheng's ult. And then we'll get a free skill point from her using her skill on a weakness broken enemy. This is really important because we do need 2 skill points coming up here so that we can use Yukon skill into her ult into Susheng's skill. So now we just do an ult. This should do a pretty good amount of damage. Okay, yeah, crit, sweet. And yeah, that's an easy boss. And then we just deal with the rest. Damage over time should do a lot of the damage for us. We'll weakness break this guy, teleport Susheng, get a free skill point. And yeah, that's the first half. Not too bad. Second half's a little bit more difficult. We do need to focus on Gepard. He summons minions, so if we can weakness break him before his second turn, that is really vital since those minions do soak up a lot of the damage from the Memory of Chaos buff. And the Memory of Chaos buff can, in fact, target dead minions, so, you know, it is very nice to make sure you don't have a lot of trash on the field. Okay, that is targeting Yukon, so you have to be careful. If she's at full health, we should be good enough. But we do have to waste a skill point on that, unfortunately. Fortunately, Susheng moved before Gepard. Yeah, we'll build up 10 stacks of Memory of Chaos buff here. Get some nice stacks of Fire Kiss on as well. Okay, sweet. Not too bad. As long as it doesn't directly hit Yukon, we're good. Yeah, we'll break the Voidranger now and have Susheng focus on the already broken Gepard. We can get a Yukon ult here, so you might as well take advantage of that since we can generate a skill point with Gwenfen before Susheng moves. Actually, I kind of wasted that. I should have had Gwenfen move first. Whatever. I'll use the skill to finish off Gepard. That will isolate the Voidranger, so he'll take every single tick of the Memory of Chaos buff. And since we have a skill point, we can advance Susheng forward. Once this guy's alone, it's not too scary. You just gotta watch out for him using 2 attacks on the same target. So if you can save up your Natasha ult to weave that in between, that is very helpful. We'll heal up here, don't need to take any risks. Okay, not bad. And yeah, first half isn't too bad. The second half we'll use all of our techniques. Normally you wouldn't want to use Chinchua's technique since that does add some RNG where she could get a full hand at the start of her turn. But unfortunately I'm like 1 skill short of regenerating her energy at the start of her turn, so I do need to use that technique so she gets her ult. Unless the enemies just attack there. But I want to leave as little chance as possible. So this first turn is going to be our highest damage dealing turn. because we're going to have 2 stacks of defense break on the bosses. So that means we can utilize that to deal as much damage as possible. And this was the bad situation where we could run into. Fortunately, we did get hit, so our ult is charged up. Our main goal here is just weakness breaking the one on the left, and that will delay that will delay when he recovers from the defense breaks. So he's gonna have those 2 defense breaks for the next upcoming attack, and also when he takes the quantum entanglement damage. That is a huge amount of damage, and you do want to take advantage of it. Okay, follow-up attack, that's really good. We'll focus on more full health one, since the one on the left will take more damage, so it kind of evens out. Yeah, we'll build him up to the 5th stack of entanglement for maximum damage output. And
Enemy targets detected.
yeah, I can use a skill point here. We have 4 and we would over cap. I'd say 4 is a pretty good amount if you're super unlucky and you need to use 4 skill points to get the enhanced basic. That just sucks. Okay. Bad. We did get the follow-up attack. That guy takes a bunch of damage. I'm a little worried that their HP bars are so close together, since if we get a really hot or need to use a lot of skill points on our next Chinchua turn to get our enhanced basic, there is the possibility we kill with the first attack and don't get the follow-up. Yeah, it's dicey. Okay, not bad. We can guarantee an enhanced basic now. I'll refresh the defense downs. Don't want to lose a cycle just because I'm trying to preserve my ults. We'll refresh the buff. Great, we got the follow-up attack, so as long as we don't kill... Jeez, that was close. We're solid. That's such a bad amount of HP. I'll heal up for the next stage. Jeez. This is where the real fight starts. We gotta hope that we get a pretty strong first turn. It's really dicey since a lot of our allies have moved since Chinchua's last turn, so she's just been stockpiling tiles. So there's the chance that she gets her enhanced basic turn 1, which can really mess us up. Might as well use the ult. This can at least get us to a weakness break some of the swarm. I'll also refresh our ult buff. I am trying to use Lynx's skill every now and then when I have an excess of skill points like right now to increase our max HP limits. This just allows us to more easily take attacks, and well, it's not as powerful as a heal would be. It is nice to just have a higher HP ceiling. It was 4 skill points. I think we should be able... Oh! Okay. Being really skill point savvy this time. Alright, that inflicts some vulnerability on the boss, which is nice. We come pretty close to weakness breaking the boss as well. I don't want to use Chinchua's ultimate. I'd prefer to use that to utilize or to guarantee an enhanced basic. And it is nice when you can isolate the True Sting at the end of the cycle, so you can actually use the Memory of Chaos buff. For the first phase, I think it's pretty easy. I'm just kind of running through this normally. Second phase, you kind of have to watch out a little bit more since there's a lot more damage on the field. Okay. Well, at least we have our ult. And yeah, I guess we'll give ourselves an ult buff. I don't think we do 27% of its health with this one attack. If we had a follow-up, maybe, since we could also potentially kill the minions. And we'll refresh this before the phase changes. Since we have a pretty good amount of time to play with, I will play this more safely, which is why I'm using skill points on Lynx to increase max HPs. It's also hard, because this is a situation that we'll run into, is that Chinchua is like the only unit on the team that can kill the boss, so she's last in the turn order, and is after a huge array of minions and boss moves. So we gotta be very careful. Yeah, we can get our ult with just a basic attack, so we don't need to use our skill. do have our Link Salt if we need it. We might as well cleanse that 4 when she's on Team Yun. And also she could just potentially die from a single target attack. Yeah, I can just generate a skill point here. And then we have a guaranteed enhanced basic plus a follow-up attack, which is huge. With this, we can weakness spike a lot of the field. And I'm actually going to target the far left minion, because if that thing explodes on you, it can completely mess up the battle. So even though we lose a turn and I think like 2 or 3 skill points on it, it is worth it. Because if that thing blows up, it's kind of game over. Plus we set off the chain reaction to kill all the minions, so the boss's strongest attack won't hurt us. Well, that probably revealed that it didn't really... Whatever. Okay, we have an enhanced basic guarantee again. I'll just use the ult here. The fight becomes a lot easier now, because once you kind of nullify that first kind of initial damage, first it kind of just becomes the same as a phase 1 fight. He just summons 3 minions instead of 2, but he doesn't get a lot of the scarier attacks that he had at the start of the phase, since we already messed up his rhythm. Okay. Boss is getting pretty low. We have 4 skill points, so I feel like we can guarantee our enhanced basic here, plus a fall. That hurts. Well, whatever. He's at 18% HP, and we have a cycle left, so as long as we don't die, we should be good. Though, that is still a scary thought, because these things do a lot of damage. Thankfully, our lowest health team, Pella, does have Lynx's skill on her, so she does have more HP. That's scary. And yeah, we're just starting out with our enhanced basic, aren't we? Okay, I think our enhanced basic plus our ult will be able to kill. Oh, okay, I severely underestimated her. Awesome. That was a surprisingly good battle. Okay, well, that was exactly on the 20th cycle. Oh, geez, that was a difficult stage. It was really key to destroy that one, like, explosive bug that will just run into you and disable all your units, so it was worth wasting the turn. I'm glad that we got this within 20 cycles. Wish it was a better time. I could have saved a cycle on the first battle of the second set of enemies, but I didn't really think it was worth it. We just need 20 cycles, and that is what we got. So I'll just claim the last reward. Yeah, we still got some time before the buff resets. I might do some videos for the Foxy and Tail in the meantime, and then might also do some for the next banner, as well as possibly the new simulated universe. I don't know, I'm just getting back into it. We'll see how things go. Anyways, I will show off the unit stats and all that, and thank you for watching. Alright, and that is the end. Again, thanks for watching. I do hope to do this Memory of Chaos again once a new buff comes out, and I will want to feature Hanya, the new 4-star unit. So I am definitely going to work towards building her up in the next few days. Alright, later now.